Hello everybody, here we are again, another day. We are so happy to present to you another dish on today, which is really simple. And I'm sure you said every dish I make is simple, but we're going to do a roast on today. The cut of the roast is a rump roast. It's a pretty good cut, 9 chances out of 10. It's a tender piece of meat. I can't say that any of it is cheap these days, but it is a little less expensive than the prime rib or the other type of roast. I prefer not to use a chuck roast. So on today, I'm going to show you how I make a quick roast, and it's pretty good. I prep my roast. I use garlic. I take and I split it, and I use the garlic and salt and pepper in it. And after I do that, I use a half a cup of Italian salad dressing and a half a cup of soy sauce. And I marinate it overnight, and you don't have to marinate it overnight, but you do have to marinate it at least about 4 hours if you can. But it won't hurt to marinate it overnight. And it's just enough to cover the bottom of it. And you can flip it over so that both sides of it would be marinated real good. It's real good on both sides. Then I take it out of it, and I salt and pepper the top of it. And I flour it, not heavy, but lightly flour it, and put it in the bottom cover of my skillet, if you can see it, out of the sauce. And I'm going to brown it. I take it, I brown it with mostly use vegetable oil. Brown it on both sides of it. You don't have to brown it. You could really take it, just put it into the roasting pan and take it out of the marinated and put it into the roasting pan and just let it cook. Put it into the oven. I usually put it into the oven about 350 degrees. But if you want more of a light gravy instead of a sauce, then you can take it, you can brown it with the flour, which it makes its own sauce. I don't add the marinating with it. After I have marinated it and taken it out, I no longer use the sauce that I marinated it with to go with it. Okay. Again, I'm going to marinate it on both sides. It's not going to take long for that. Then I'm going to lightly brown it. Make sure your oil is hot enough so that your flour can kind of stay on it. You could either cook it in the roasting pan, in the oven, or you can cook it in a slow cooker if you desire. If you have the time, you can just take it and put it in a slow cooker, and you could let it cook, pretty near all day until it really gets tender. The marinated, it makes it tender, which is, then you're basically really just cooking it to make sure that it's done. If you like it half rare or whichever way you like it, it's up to you. You can test it as it goes. And after I marinated it, put it in the pan, flour it and put it in, put a little salt and pepper in the flour, put about or 3/4 teaspoon of thyme in it with the salt and pepper and flour. And then I marinate it. My next step to this is I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in my roasting pan, which I'm just about ready to do. And after I put it into the roasting pan, I'm going to use our onion soup mix, the pack of an onion soup mix. And I'm going to sprinkle it over it. And then it's ready to go into the oven. After it has completed it, you can salt and pepper. If it's not enough salt and pepper on it, you can season it to taste. So I'm just about ready now to take it out, put it in the roaster. My oven is set to 350, and it's going to cook about, let it cook about 2 hours. And I'll let you see the texture of the sauce that's going to be served with it. You could either serve it with mashed potatoes. You can serve it with rice.
Green beans.
Or if you want to take and cut up some veggies, you could do it about 30 minutes before it's ready. You can put your potatoes over it. Or you want to put carrots or whatever veggies you want to cut over it, you can do it to make a complete meal. But I usually serve it with rice. It goes real good with mashed potatoes also. Okay.
You guys probably know she has not said amen yet. You have not said amen yet.
Okay, if you can see it, this is the after browning it, and this is the way it looks. And just about 5 minutes, I guess, on the browning of it. Okay, I'm gonna take it out. Put it in my small roasting pan.
This roasting pan.
I'm gonna put my onion soup mix some over the top, and the other is gonna go in the bottom of the pan. And the reason I'm using the onion soup mix or the onion, not putting them in it, because I've already seasoned it with the garlic. Or if you want to put bell pepper over it, or celery, or another season, you can do that. I'm going to take and I'm going to put 2 cups of water. What did I do with my measuring cups?
I think this look good already.
Maybe 3. Watch it. Okay, I added 2 cups of water. It all depends on the size of your roast beef. I think mine was like 2.5 pounds, maybe 3 pounds. And then you could do the adjustment, all depends on the size of your meat. And I'm gonna cover it. You could, as you cook, you can baste it if you like. After you've been in for about an hour, I would start basting it with the juice from the meat. So I'm gonna put it in the oven, and I'm gonna come back with you with the texture of it after it's completed, okay? Again, with the completion of the roast beef, or if you could see it, it came out real good. We put it in the oven for about 1.5 hours, and it's real tender. Came out real good. I was able to slice it, or put a little of the gravy over it, and kept some on the side So you can see the texture of the, if you want it lighter, you can make it lighter, but it made its own gravy. So this is the roast beef. On the completion of it, came out real good, real tender. I'm serving it with candy yams, rice, and peas and carrots. And I have the other sauce on the side if you wanted to place it over the rice. Enjoy. Give it a try. I'm sure that you would enjoy it. Very simple. Only marinated